welcome back to my channel. I'm Karen, the founder of The Me Creative, which is an e-commerce studio for growing luxury brand owners who are ready to create a premium and elevated Shopify website for their business. And today I wanted to jump in and talk to you specifically about getting ready for the holiday season. I know it's June and you're like, girl, why are we talking about Christmas in June? But as retailers, it is important to stay ahead of the curve, especially as we are gearing up for a holiday season. Now, last holiday season was crazy with everything going on in the world and everybody rushing to get their business online and people shopping for gifts and holiday gifts for Christmas, holidays, and special occasions, and just delayed shipments and all the chaos with that. So I wanted to make sure that we had this conversation early so that you can make sure that you have some things in place to have an effective holiday season this year. So one of the first things that I want you to start planning out and having really great conversations around is your inventory. Like, start talking to your vendors and think about what types of products that you are going to be selling, and if you need to have backup vendors in place because maybe they are behind on shipments or they can't get in certain items that you usually carry. So look back at your past data, especially from this past year, to see like what were your top sellers. If there was anything that came into your inventory that was a surprise seller, make sure you have enough of that, and then try to anticipate what are going to be some of the needs of your customers going into this season. And this is especially true if you've been selling gift cards, because all of those gift card shoppers are going to be flocking to your store this holiday season. They're going to most likely spend more than what's available on their gift card. So just make sure that you have enough inventory on hand so that you can take care of the people that are going to be shopping your store this season. So next on the list is your training and staff planning. Think about if you need to hire people. If you did a lot of the work last year on your own or with family and friends and you were like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, think about what you need to do to hire for this season so that you can ease that stress going on in your business, and also so you don't have to shut down your store temporarily to catch up with orders. A lot of people had to do that last season. So make sure that you are thinking about who you need to hire, and then think about what specific roles you need them to be in, and then also plan out how you're going to be training those people so that once they are interacting with your customers or even being responsible for some of your inventory needs, that they know what the expectations are around how you function and run your business so that you can keep up that level of excellence and also just make sure that you are thriving this year. So next is to think about your marketing. What type of marketing are you going to be doing? Are you going to be running ads? Are you going to be having heavy social media promotions? Are you going to be doing collaborations? Are you going to be having several newsletters going out? Really look at what your marketing is going to look like this season, and then think about like your product launches. You can even plan in your training that you're going to be doing for your staff, just so that you know how much time you need to prepare for everything. So I really recommend like pulling out your calendar, plotting down some concrete dates. Don't just say, okay, I'm going to plan in this quarter for XYZ. Like, have some concrete dates. That way you already have them in place and you won't get sidetracked and replace them with something else. So make sure that you write that into your planner, whether that is a physical planner, like a paper planner, or your digital planner. I highly recommend that you use a digital planner. That way you can easily share that with your team and everyone can be on the same page. So definitely sit down and plan out what's going to be promoted, how long it's going to be promoted. Look at what your markdowns are going to be so that you can maximize your profits this year. Last but not least is to make sure that your website is up to par. As an e-commerce brand that you're selling these beautiful products and you are helping your customers do transactions online, you want to make sure that your website is up to par. So look at what is working currently in your business. Look at what needs some refinements. If there are any technical issues or even just issues with customer flow, really start to look at that now before you go into the holiday season, because once you're like in there and you are, you know, in the mix of everything, it's going to be really hard for you to tackle those things that can really have a big impact on your business. So go ahead and look at that now. If you had anything that's come up over the last several months that you kind of pushed off to the side and you would say like, hey, I'm going to get to that eventually, like go back to that list, go back to any feedback from customers and start to tackle that. And if you need help or you have questions around that, you can definitely get with me. I'll link some information in the description box so that you can book a call and we can chat about it. And just really look at what your website is going to do for your overall business. If there's anything you need to introduce because you have new offers that you're going to be doing, like subscription boxes or something like that, think about that now so that you can put a plan in place to actually get it up and running, to make sure that it functions correctly, so that appropriate testing has been done, so you don't have any surprises once you're in the busy time of the year. Because trust me, like trying to fix that when you have a whole bunch of customers just like on your site doing orders and you are processing orders or handling customer service concerns, you're doing all of these things plus planning out the business, it's just going to be too much. So definitely take time right now to just make sure that things are appropriate and that your website is up to par. All right, so those are just some things that you can do to prepare for this year's holiday season. I'm going to link down below in the description an episode to eCommerce Cultivated, which is my podcast that I talked about more specifically about preparing for the holiday season. So it goes down into a deeper dive of what you should be doing and looking at for your own business. So go ahead and give that a listen. And then also check out the quiz that I'll link below so that you can see if you should be DIYing your own website or if it's time to invest in a pro. So check those resources out and then let me know if you have any questions. Definitely hit the subscribe button and also give this video a like so that you don't miss out on any future videos and you can stay up to date and stay connected. So thank you so much for watching and I will check you out in my next video.